Friday Flow number 22. Oh, thank you so much. We have Ana Silvani join us. She is in Brazil, and we are going to talk about 7 ways for you to make 2022 your best year yet. And I can't wait to share. These are just some topics that I've been incorporated in my life that I feel the call, and I am sure that it's gonna be helpful for you as well. I'm waiting on Ana Silvani. She is a writer, a bestseller writer of Half Love book, and we've been doing Friday Flows for the past few months. And she's in Brazil, but she's going to be joining us because we're going to discuss all of these topics. So if you're here, thank you so much. Stay until the end. Ana Silvani just joined. Make sure that you have a notepad to write anything that will resonate the most for you. Again, it's going to be a lot of informations. We are going to talk and discuss 7 ways to make 2022 your best year yet. Again, this is all based on my experience and Anna's experience, things that we've been incorporating throughout the year to make our life better and easier and flowing in a way that we can achieve our goals in a faster way. Let's say that. Lessa, thank you so much. Feliz Natal, Feliz Natal. And by the way, guys, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Like in Brazil, we celebrate Christmas Eve way more than the Christmas Day. So in Latin places, I think it's always like that. The 24th, the Christmas Eve, it's so important that when we get to kind of party at nighttime, and then on the 25th, it's a lunch. But 24, it is like pretty much Christmas for us. So we are already celebrating. I hope you are with your loved ones surrounding you for this holiday season. So Merry Christmas to all of you. And we are not going to take too much of your time, but it's going to be a very important topic. So stay tuned. Ana is here. Let me get her here. Ana, oh my gosh, yes. Hello.
I got no roots.
Anna, I miss you so much.
I know, I miss it too. Oh my God. I just got home. Julie's watching us right now, and I was with her. And then I was like, Julie, I gotta go. It's almost 5 o'clock.
I know, I was freaking out because I sent you a few messages and you haven't answered. And I was like, okay. I know it's like I would not get mad at all because I know you're on vacation. So thank you. I appreciated you to taking the time to be part of Friday Flow number
Yay.
22.
I can't believe it's been 22. Wow.
It's so cool, right?
It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Crazy.
We're gonna just keep doing this now. We're just gonna keep going. I'm so excited.
Yes. Oh, look who's here. Darley's here.
Fabio's
Darley's my publicist here in Chapecó.
Oh, so good. We have Brazil here. Thank you so much. Guys, stay until the end because we are doing a giveaway of one of Drica's calendar 2022. So we need you to stay until the end. And
Yay.
I'm gonna give it a secret code for you to post it in the comments to be able to win a calendar. So we stay to the end.
I want it.
Stay to the end and wait for the secret codes for you to type it in and be able to participate in. Okay, Ana, let's get started.
Wait, we haven't talked to each other in a minute. If we want to talk about 2022, we need to say goodbye to 2021.
Well, it's not over yet. It's not over yet. We want to make sure that before it's over, we could just kind of like focus and concentrate it on what's coming next. And like next year, it's like in a week. It's crazy.
It's unbelievable. But hopefully next year we're going to spend New Year's Eve together like we did in 2020. But hopefully we'll be better than 2020 was 2 years ago. Right?
Yeah, I was in Brazil last year and you were here, remember? Now it's the opposite.
Last year, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Oh my God, it's crazy.
So today's topic that I picked, I actually based this conversation in one of my blog posts that I did. There are 7 ways for you to make 2022 your best year yet. And you might be wondering, you guys, like, who the hell are you to be telling me how to have the best year yet? Well, again,
Exactly. Yeah. What are you
this
girls
is
thinking about?
this is based on my own experience, based on Anna experience. We are close enough, and I know that Anna has been incorporating those habits in your life as well. And there was
I
an
missed
Amber
you.
Alert, so
Oh, I was like, oh my God, wait, what happened?
there was like an Amber Alert, and I was like, okay, what is happening? Anyway, these are habits and a way of living that you can incorporate it. It's been working for me. I'm sure that Anna has been doing the same kind of thing because we are close enough, and I know that she will resonate with all of this. But again, I wanted to this conversation to be an open conversation. So if you do have different ways for you, Anna, you too, if you have different ways that you can make your life better. So we are here to help. We are here to inspire you to have a better life and to really make 2022 your best year yet.
And we're here to, yeah, as you said, like just share experiences, because maybe, you know, for us, these are the main like 7, let's say, steps, you know, for a better year. But you might have other things that you guys do that also make your life and your year overall better, right? So
and
share
please
with
feel
us.
free to share, write it in the comments. I would love to hear your opinion. And again, this is an open conversation, so I can't wait to dive in. Let's go, Anna. The first topic, it is to design more opportunities for joy in your life. And what do I mean by that? Like, you know, the things that you like to do, but most of us, we just simply don't do it. We get busy with work. We like figure out 10 other different things to do it, and that thing that brings us joy, we tended to leave for last. Almost like we need to work hard to actually make time for joy, right?
Joy is like, oh, okay, it's the last thing in the list, you know?
Yes.
Because you have to do everything else first. You have to work, you need to go to the gym, you need to eat right. And then whatever brings you joy is not, you know, on the top, let's say 3 of your list. It's always last.
Always last. So
yeah,
a lot of times find time for joy, it is hard. And sometimes we go to bed and it was like, whoa, what was the last time that I actually felt joy? So for me, it is, I wake up every day feeling joy. Like for me, I don't have to wait for a certain things to feel joy, but I know the things that will make me have more joy. So I will do that first. Like, for example, I will go for a run in the morning. You know, or go and brew a cup of coffee. It doesn't have to be big. Anything that will bring you joy for the simple moment. You can be watering your plants. That can bring you joy.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be like a big activity, or you don't have to spend a lot of money. You know, anything like going for a walk at the beach or going for a walk around the block, that can bring you joy, right? It doesn't have to be huge. Taking your dog for a walk, or petting your cat, or writing on a diary, right? Anything that brings you alive, that makes you smile, you know. Having a cup of coffee can bring you joy, right? As you said, you know, like wake up, brew your coffee, and brew that coffee with happiness. Oh,
get your favorite mug and treat yourself every single day for joy.
Exactly. Yeah. get a book and read, your favorite book, like anything. Read like those books that have quotes. That's it. Read a nice quote in the morning, wake up with something that is special for you, not like,
Awesome.
hmm,
Sorry, did I cut you off? Sorry.
no, it's okay. We're always talking together.
And why I think this is so important to find to make opportunities to bring more joy, because the more joy that you feel, the more joy you're going to receive. That is law, right? The more that you feel joy, the more that you feel good with yourself, the more good things will happen to you. Test this out. I'm not saying here like a woo-woo kind of thing. This is for real. The more joy that you feel, and this is also a mindset, right? Like you have to
Oh,
pay attention to what
totally,
are the things
totally.
that brings you joy. And if you do this long enough, what I find that happened to me, I want to know if it happened to you, Ana. The more joy that you look for, the more joy that you look for everything that you do in your life, even the things that you don't enjoy it that much, it's gonna bring you joy in a way. If you are connected to your future, to the vision, even the things that you know that you need to do and that you don't like to do it, that will bring you joy, because you are just so into it, your future, and into your ideas and dreams, that if you get that mindset connected to the vision that you have for your future self, you're going to enjoy even the things that you don't like to do.
Yeah, I think it's, as you said, it's the mindset. And here, why on vacation, not only because I'm on like this, I wouldn't say like vacation, because I only took this week as vacation. The other weeks, the other days I've been working. But I've noticed that people forget about joy, and I'm reminding my friends all the time, because let's say they leave the house and they start complaining, oh, traffic's gonna suck. I'm not gonna find parking at the mall or at the pharmacy, whatever I have to go, at the market. And I'm like, no, let's have fun. Let's drive around town. Let's get stuck in traffic and laugh about it.
Be
Let's
the
find
light,
a
right?
nice spot.
Be a
Huh?
light. Be the light in
Exactly. Yeah,
somebody's
find
word.
joy, because you have two choices. You can face life and things that are happening with you with joy, or being miserable, right? You pick. Like, it is a choice. Yes, things are going to get messed up sometimes, but you choose how you're going to react, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we, as like friends, we've been practicing this mindset of reacting in a better, in a joyful way, right?
Absolutely, a hundred
Yeah.
percent.
Yeah.
I love that. So,
It's so
guys,
crazy
find
because I
more
haven't
joy,
spoken in
find
English in so
opportunities for
long.
more joy. If you do have a hard time figuring out what brings you joy, write things down. Pay attention to your body. Like, oh, I like that. My body feels good. I'm laughing here. Like, write things down and do more of that.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Oh, Marlene is here. Hi, Marlene. Oi.
Marlene, let's go to topic to number 2, which is make a vision board. Make a vision board. Uh, for me, a vision board, it's like it relates to your life direction,
Uh-huh.
right?
Totally.
It will give you a direction of the things that you want to accomplish. It doesn't
Uh-huh.
need to be a huge thing, but it can be phrases or words that you want to live by, or things that you'd like to accomplish on that year. Don't do it too long. You want to make it concise and small, something that you want to look at it every single day. And
Mm-hmm.
this might sound like, again, like very woo woo, but it's the proven method that will activate your brain to filter. If you look at long enough and every day, and you kind of like believe it, it will activate your brain. It will filter out everything. It will bring all the opportunities to you for that thing to happen. right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the part of your brain that the RAS, that's what it activates in your brain. It will help you filter out everything that will bring you to that opportunity. So make a
Mm-hmm.
vision
Yeah,
board,
because
Anna.
it's a vision board that also some people call inspiration board. You know, that's
Yeah,
a
you.
place where you're gonna put your inspirations for the next year.
Yeah,
So, because sometimes people are like, oh, but like I only have this one thing that I want, or I have 100 things. It's too much. I would say that the more you have, the better. You know, because then instead of trying to figure it out and to make it one thing happen, you have 100 chances to be happier. You know, to make at least one or five things happen in your life.
absolutely.
So get
I
everything that you like, all your wishes, you know, and put on this board. But as you said, in a simple way. Don't start writing paragraphs about it. You know, it's more like a visual thing.
It's a visual thing, so
Yeah.
you want to have pictures of a representation of whatever that thing it is that you want. For
Yeah.
example, if you want to get married, you want to like find a photo of like a married couple. If you want to travel, if you want to go to a certain place, if you want to have a certain experience, if you want to meet people, if you want to be involved with certain kinds of people, you have to put this all in your vision board. Again, don't make it like too large, won't become overwhelmed. You want to be concise. Again, I agree
Uh-huh.
with Anna when you say that the more it's better, because that way you don't limit it yourself, right? Like we
Mm-hmm.
need to have the more goals than just one goal. We have to have multiple goals,
Yeah,
because
like why
more
not? Right?
the
Why
more
not
that
to
we
have
can
all the
dream
dreams in the
big,
world?
like your dreams are gonna bring your life experience, right? That's what your dreams are, like your the things that you wanted to do and the things that you want, that you dream of doing it. It is definitely set to happen if you set your mind that it's gonna happen. So you better dream big, right, Anna?
Yeah, yeah, you better. Because also like your eyes, they shine different when you're doing something that you love. You know, your whole body moves different when you're putting your efforts, your love, everything into that goal. You know, today I spoke with a guy that he's very artistic, but he's going more towards like tattoo. You know, he's a beautiful tattoo artist, and I found out that he writes poetry since he was
Oh,
14. So it's been like over 20 years that he writes poetry. And when I started talking to him about poetry, his whole body changed. And I looked at him, I was like, oh my God, we need to publish your book, because I started reading his poems. I was like, this is it. Like, and he changed, you know, like his
wow.
eyes changed. I was like, wow, this
Wow.
is so rare to really see, you know, when someone finds that thing, you know, and
It
kind
is
of look.
so it is so amazing. Thank you for sharing that, because I always say like you have to listen to your body. You have your body sensations are never gonna lie. They're never going to lie to you, but you need to be paying attention. Because a lot of times we don't pay attention unless it's pain, unless it's something
Oh,
uncomfortable
you
that you're
said it
feeling.
all. You said it all. Unless it hurts,
Yes.
then we stop to try to solve that problem.
So pay attention to the body sensations with whatever that you are doing. And especially when it's time for joy, like the joy that we are talking about, you have to know what brings you joy so you can just do more of it. Like, for example,
Exactly.
like if it wasn't you paying attention for the guy, he probably wouldn't even know how much that he loves the poetry.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because he kind of like he knew, he's like, oh, it's been like 5 years that I don't write because I don't know. And I started reading his things and talking to him about making plans about writing a book, and his eyes changed. You know, I was
Wow.
looking at him, I was like, this is a new person that I'm looking at. It's a new person. Like, oh my God, you know, like it's an artist, you know, he makes beautiful drawings, beautiful tattoos, and he writes beautiful text. It's like,
That is
there you go.
amazing.
There you go. Yeah.
There you go. You found that thing. I know one that's so funny that we probably like share that in common. And I have that a lot with my coaching clients, that we can see the person's potential so
Oh,
clear with our mind, and we want to almost like get the person's like, you have to do this, and the person's like not, it's so far away, that dream for them, and it's not that far away. And then
it's
for us,
not.
they're outside, and we can totally see that potential happening like very
Yeah,
soon.
yeah. We see the final result, you know, like ready, and the person's like, "Whoa, what's happening?"
I love that. So we talk about making a vision board. So you want to make it concise. Don't do too big. Again, it's a vision board, so you can get some words and stuff, but mostly pictures. And you want to have the things that you want to accomplish in a year, right? Vision
Mhm.
board
Yeah,
and find more opportunities for joy. That was number one.
exactly. And also that this inspiration board helps you to also filter some things, because some people they can only pick one. Some people can only pick 500 things. So having this board will also help you to kind of figure out what things you really want and what things you just want because other people want, you know?
Yes. Oh my gosh, this is so important. And also will help you to stay focused, because a lot of times we're reaching a certain goal, and before we even get there, we already saw somebody else doing something else, that we kind of forget about that thing that we are almost there, because we it's so easy to look in our surroundings, and you know, like we have ideas all the time. So that vision
Mhm.
board will help you stay so focused in your dream, and then you only gonna settle until completion. This
Yeah,
is
it'll
so
be like a
important. it's
frame, it'll be
so
a dream frame.
it's so good to have dreams, but accomplishing that dream, it's priceless.
That's the goal, my friend.
I love that. Awesome.
Oh my gosh, I
So
miss you so much, guys. I'm sorry, I miss her.
I don't know, when are you coming back?
In a month.
Oh my gosh, it's way too long, Anna. Way too
I
long.
know. I won't do this again.
Oh, don't do this ever again. No, but Brazil
Okay.
needed you. See? You bringing joy and your words
Woo.
and your books. I love it. Okay, number three. Well, this might be a little personal to me. Well, because color your life,
It's
it's like
very
my motto.
personal. Look behind
And
her.
so bring more colors into your life.
Yep.
Ta-da!
That's so
Anna is a
Drica.
collector of mine, and she probably have like 5 or 6 different paintings.
I
Can
do.
you tell why colors can bring you more joy or can make you happier
They
based
do.
on your
They do.
experience? Because everything I say is gonna be personal, and I can just kind of.
Exactly. People are gonna think, oh, that's a selling point. No, 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 no. It's true. And I'm gonna start from like the very beginning thing that I've always had a lot of from clothing, okay, before getting to the frames, the Canva. I was the kind of person that had a lot of like black and gray clothing, and I had some colors, but like, maybe too much. And Drika, you know, when she came into my life, when she started doing her beautiful paintings, she's like, she started changing also the way she was dressing and putting more colors and being very vibrant. And now every time I go see her, I tell her, I was like, okay, if I'm gonna go see Drika, I need to have colors. I need to be vibrant. I need to be happier, you know? And one of the things that made me having that kind of Drika experience, let's call it Drika experience,
Oh, I
the
love that.
the Drika project, was having her paintings in my house, because I see those colors every day. You know, I'm having breakfast, I see the beautiful pier, I see the beaches, and I'm like, wow, like I want to dress accordingly, you know, like I want to dress in a way that's gonna show this happiness, this colors, this joy. So having Drika's paintings at home, I've been telling her, you know, and if I could, I would have every single wall in my house with her paintings because I love them. I love how happy they make you feel. And that's it, the colors, you know, simple as that. You don't need to have a lot of anything, but if you put colors in your life, Drica, you were right all along. It changes.
It
You know, like
changes your
today, I could
entire
be wearing
vibe.
like a black shirt. I'm wearing like this like brick color, blue shorts, white shoes. Like it's different. You know, you are
Yeah.
happier. Like,
And you can test that. Test this out. Whenever you have an important date, wear all black, for example, or wear all beige, for example, and see how people are going to react to you. And then the next day, wear a bright, colorful shirt with your favorite shirt. It can be a bright yellow, like I know Anna loves yellow. It can
I
be a
do.
bright green, or it can be just kind of like that, a white with like dots that are fun that will bring you joy.
Colorful
And wear
dots.
that and see how people are going to react to you. I want you to test this out. How are people going to react to you and the things that you're going to encounter in your day? It is almost like energetic. It's
It
energetic. The
is.
energy that
Yeah,
you
it's
put
not
out,
all.
you're
It
going to get in,
is.
right?
Yeah, yeah. And that reminds me also, I had a friend here. I have to ask her about this, but I remember back on our teen years, she used to tell me, like, every time she was wearing gray, she was like, oh, I'm sad. I'm not happy. That's why I'm wearing gray today. So, you know, like, she knew inside of herself that wearing like gray, you know, top and bottom was like a color of opposite of happiness, you know, like I'm
Wow.
sad, I'm depressed, or don't talk to me, you know. So colors talk, right?
Yeah, it's the
Colors
energy.
talk, and people are going to talk to you more if you're all black. Nothing against black, I love black. You don't like black, but I love black. But if you're wearing something more colorful, vibrant, people are going to react to that color, right? Even in your house, when people go to my house, the first thing they notice, you know, it's not my hair, my clothing, are my paintings, you know, actually Drica's, but they're mine too now.
I love that.
Yeah, seriously. Like,
It's so cool. So don't be afraid of colors. Incorporate it little by little. You can incorporate it in your home by having a painting or having like a vase. If you're like really afraid of colors, start small. Start with like a pillow that will pop up, or like a blanket, a
there
flung
you go.
blanket, or a vase. Start small, and little by little, you can have like a white color, like a neutral color in your walls, but then you can bring the colors with the objects that you're gonna be having
Mm-hmm.
surrounding your space.
Mm-hmm.
Pillow, what
Some
else? It can be
flowers,
flowers, towels in your kitchen, in your kitchen, or in your bedroom, in your bathroom.
rugs.
So start small, incorporating little by little, and you will feel the energy of that color coming through you. It's impressive.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
It
bring more
makes a
colors
whole lot
into your
difference.
life. That's number 3. We are going to number 4, which is schedule free time.
So very important,
Yes.
right?
Yes. When
And mainly
you
for us that we, you know, we own our own businesses, it's so hard to really keep track of when we're having free time, right? Don't
Mhm.
you think that sometimes we just keep working because working is so fun for us? It brings so much joy that we're like, we almost burn out, you know, of so much work. But then we have to make sure we create some free time, you know, to
Yes.
just rewind and do nothing. And it's important.
Yeah, and it
It
kind of
is.
connects a little bit with the number 1, designing more opportunities for joy. This is a little bit different because the joy can be at any time, at any moment, but free time, you really have to schedule. Like Anna said, like we work for us, and in like, if I wouldn't schedule free time or just say like a certain hour, it can change in a day. But if I wouldn't have the the mindset that I need at least, like, I don't know, 2 hours in my awake sleep to actually have a free time, or I know that I'm going for a run, that it's considered a free time, or I'm going to the gym, and it's considered, like, you want to make this time like so precious, because when you schedule free time, you encourage yourself to be present. Period.
Exactly. Yes. Oops, I almost dropped it. Yeah, it is really important. And I'm living that reality right now because I came to Brazil, not, people say, oh, you went to Brazil for a vacation. No, I came here to launch my book in Brazil. And I haven't opened, today is what, Friday, right? I even lost track of time this week. So I was just working, for the 3 weeks that I've been here. I was working, organizing the book parties and the events and this and that. And I haven't stopped, to just enjoy the city. So this week I was like, okay, Monday, I'm not gonna open my computer. It's the first day today that I'm opening my computer this week. I'm not gonna work because I'm here. I've done a lot already. I need at least 1 week of vacation. Just like
Mm-hmm.
go for a walk, go to the mall, watch TV, do nothing, read a book, just random. It's so good for your brain. Like, I feel so much energy just for being like, Monday, just like 4 days that I'm like not working. It is important because I know Monday I already have a full schedule, and then I'll be, with more
On
energy.
it.
I'll be more productive also, right? Because I'm not going to be like almost burning out. I'll be just full speed again.
Yeah.
So it's important, to do the stop a little so you can go up again.
Yeah, I love that. It's almost like will catapult you to go up higher,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
it's
And what
so
happens is
important.
that a lot of people, they don't want to have that time, that free time or that stop, because they think they're gonna stop being productive. They're gonna be, just blah blah blah. But it is important because when you come back from that, you go up
And
higher
we
and
need
faster.
that. We need that sacred time to just be free. Whatever that is that you do, if you don't schedule that free time, you're just gonna keep doing, going until you burn out. And we don't want to burn out. I mean, I
Correct.
understand that periods of our life, it can be a little bit more overwhelming than others. For example, there are times that
Sure.
we are going to have more projects or more things to do than others, but it's always nice to have the awareness of finding free time and scheduling free time, whatever that means to you. Free time, it can be doing nothing, it can be going to the gym, or it can
Hmm.
be just spending time with a good friend. Like Anna and I, we like during COVID, she was the only friend that I had that we could like have that connection. So she would come like at least every week, right? To
Yeah.
just have free time for ourselves and just to talk and laugh and do nothing and make plans. This is like, it was considerable free time because you're just on free flowing. It is not something that you need to do, that you have a deadline. So free time,
Hmm.
you can understand as whatever that means to you, because free time, it can mean so many things, right? It can mean like watching TV, it can mean
It
like
can be
going.
just joy, you can substitute free time for joy time. It
Yeah.
could be that. Just do
Yeah.
things that bring you joy for 2 hours. You don't need a week, you don't need a whole day. But
Yeah.
as you said, save some time to just do whatever is not related to work or to
Yes.
schedules and commitments.
Yes. Yes, I love that. So this is topic number 4 out of 7 ways to make 2022 your best year yet. No, now it's my favorite topic to discuss,
Oh.
because I am living proof of all things related to this. And Anna, you will understand, which is developing a morning routine.
Oh, wow, you're the master of it.
And the only reason I can say this with all of my experience, it's because I've been changing and improving and trying to have a morning routine for at least the past 2 years. every day
Mm-hmm.
waking up, because my entire life I worked 9 shifts more than morning shifts. So I was never a morning person. And when I say a
That's
morning
true.
person, it doesn't need to be 5 a.m. There are the 5 a.m. club, but I'm not there yet.
Crazy, crazy.
I am more into the 6 and 7. Well, now it's winter time, so I'm chilling out a little bit because it's really cold. So I'm been waking up like at 7:30. Sometimes, like now it's kind of the holidays. It's a little bit different for me
Right, right,
than my
right.
actual structure. But I've been trying all different routines that you can possibly imagine. And then the things that you need to do, certain things that I like to do to have a morning routine. You have to have the mindfulness. You have, like for me, right? You have the mindfulness, a little bit of time for you to meditate, a little bit of a time for you to exercise, to have your coffee. There's so many things that you can incorporate it in your morning routine. And I've been
Mm-hmm.
testing, and for trial and error, I finally found the one that I could stick to it. So at the
Nice.
beginning, I was trying to wake up at 5 or 4:30. I was trying to
I know
go
you've
to
tried
the
it all.
studio first thing in the morning, and then it didn't work out. Like, you can read a million books or trying to find routines of successful people that all of them share their successful
Mm-hmm.
morning
Mm-hmm.
routine. And I recommended you to maybe read it just to see what they do, but don't try to copy, because guess what, our body is so different from one another that what happened,
Yep.
like what works for me, it might not work for you, right, Anna?
Exactly. Like customize your own morning routine. Don't try to make yourself fit into somebody else's schedule
Exactly.
or mold, or, because we're different. Yes, we are very similar in a lot of things. A lot of things work well for everybody. But talking about like morning routines, it's very personal. Like as I told Drika when she was trying to do like 4 a.m., 5 a.m., I looked at her, I was like, I'm not gonna even try because I know myself, I will be miserable if I make myself get up at 5 a.m. every day. It's not me. I rather get up at 7 every day. That's my commitment. Every day, doesn't matter the day, I get up at 7. And then I go from there. And then if I have to stay up a little later, I stay up a little later. But I rather, change that, go later at night, than get up way too soon in the morning. Like I don't work. Like forget about it. And I'm not gonna push just to tell people that I'm doing what everybody's doing. You have to find your own routine. So I'm not as good as Drika with my morning routine. Like I have very little things that I'm doing, which is, getting up at 7 and having my breakfast. Like, I get up, have coffee, a little fruit or something. Like, I eat something. Then I pause and then I start my day. Then I go writing or reading or, depends where I am. But I haven't gotten it so good as Drika has. She really, I haven't tried as hard. I just commit with getting up, having breakfast,
Which
and
is
then I just
beautiful,
start my
which
day.
is it's beautiful. I'm gonna share my morning routine very quick and see how you can incorporate it. Like again, Anna said so beautifully, like don't try to fit at somebody else's routine. Like it's your job to find what works for you. That's what I did.
Yeah.
I tested many different ways, and I finally found what works for me. So it might
Mm-hmm.
work for you. You can always like go back and forth, try. But what works for me, it's actually a good morning routine. It starts in the evening, right? We want to put everything in your calendar, or like for me that have I don't have a certain a definite schedule like every day. So for me, I have different projects and things that happens like on a day to day. So for me, it's important to sit down in the evening and try to at least make the 3 priorities of my next day, so that way when I wake up I am not like stressed and rushed. Sometimes I wrote in a simple post-it and I put it in my mirror. This is the first thing I'm gonna look at it, the three
Mm-hmm.
things that I need to do, so that way I
Nice.
don't wake up overwhelmed, right?
Nice. That's
So
important. Yeah.
So a simple post-it with like little notes of 3 things that you need to accomplish that day, right? It can be, it depends, it can be anything related to your job or like going for lunch, whatever that be, but 3 things that you need to do it. So you know that your mind is going to be focused on that. So you start, and then you wake up like when it was summertime, I was waking up at 6:30. So 6:30, and then what worked for me, because I love to go for a run and to exercise. So for me, I was trying to wake up later and do meditation and writing to kind of like wake up in a slow mode, and never ever ever worked for me. So for me, I wake up, it never worked for me, because and then I get
I
too
know.
slow and
That's
then I
so
get too
funny.
sleepy. So I wake up, and then I don't allow myself to stay in bed too long. Like I have like 10 minutes limits. I don't, unless it's like a weekend, right? Unless it's a weekend or you went to bed like a little later the other day, you're not gonna be like a robot, right? So you want to be nice to yourself. Uh, so, and then I would just kind of wake up, and I just open my eyes, and I just grateful. I just wake up like grateful and thanking for another day in my life. That's the first thought that I have.
To make it right.
That's the first thought that I have. So I just stay there, and for like 2 minutes, like just thanking my body, and like just that's like just in my mind, a mindset. And then I'll wake up and I'll make my bed. I'll make my bed, because that's another thing that worked for me.
Oh, I
So I
started
don't
doing
get
that too. I started
lazy.
doing that too. Yeah.
I make my bed first thing, and then I come and I get a pre-workout. It's a natural pre-workout, so it's not something like too heavy or that will make me like my heart beat faster. And then I go for a run. And this run for me, I consider more like a meditation, like a move meditation, more than I consider an exercise, because I go by the beach, and then I am even barefoot, so it is like when I find my connection for grounding. And I always I bring my phone sometimes to take photos, but I'm not listening to anything, because I just love to be in silence. So that's what worked for me. And then I go for a run, and then it's like a 20-25 minutes. I'll go for a run, then I come back, and I'll make my coffee or tea, whatever I'm feeling like it. And that's when I meditate, and I do my writing, gratitude, and writing like my goals and stuff like that. Just kind of like the 3 morning pages list. So just to put all of the ideas out and set your mind for the day. And then I'll go to my list of the 3 things, and I see how I can do better, and what can I do first, how can I incorporate it with the rest of the day. So that's what works for me, and hopefully you're making notes. And
it's been working really well, right?
Yeah, well, now that's winter time, and I like going to bed a little later, but it definitely, that's something that I stick to it. I start doing it, I think it was like beginning of April, and I did it through the entire year, not missing a day. It was amazing. I felt so accomplished. Yeah, because I was suffering, wake up at like every day in a different time, not having a routine. And like, guys, a routine, I say to my clients, like, if you don't have a morning routine, like, because the way you do one thing is the way you do everything, right? So you want to start your day like with a routine. Like, again, you don't want to sound a robot, but you need to have a structure. So the more structured that your life is, the more your things that you need to accomplish, you will flow accordingly. You're not gonna feel overwhelmed, like trying to do everything at the same time. So bring that structure.
You're less anxious, because when you're not organized, you're gonna feel more anxious, because everything is all over the place, and you have to finish everything, but you don't have a list, and you don't know what thing comes first. So you're doing everything at once, and then nothing gets done.
If there's one thing you need to take from this, all of the things that we are saying here, is definitely develop a morning routine. Develop in a structure for your morning. because
Yeah.
it will gonna set the tone for the rest of your day. I promise.
Yeah. I totally agree with that. Yeah.
And then the number 6, which you kind of
Woo.
tie in into this, what we're talking about, is spend time in silence. And I know Ana has a lot to say about that. So I talk a lot about the routine, but we always talk about being in silence and how we enjoy being in silence and how important being in silence it is. It is crucial for
Yeah. Yeah.
your life.
It is. And I think it's becoming more and more important and essential, to save this time to being silence. Even to produce something like, you paint, I write, you cannot be focused if you are just inside the noises of the world. If you have the TV on all the time or the radio on all the time or people talking to you all the time, you don't have time to listen to yourself. And when you're doing creative work, you need silence to listen to your head, to
Mm,
listen to whatever you're channeling from the universe. You need that time to listen to your heart, to observe. It,
observe.
yeah,
So
yeah, to
crucial.
contemplate, to contemplate. It's very important. And we forgot about that. Forget, right? Forget in this world of like we're always online, we're always in the busy streets with busy people or busy phones, busy schedules. And we forget about two very important things that are free time and silence,
Mm-hmm.
right? Yeah, yeah. That's why I think people go really well with meditation, right? Because it's a moment that you're gonna put yourself, your whole self, into a silence space, right? You did really good with meditation, right?
Yeah,
This year, you got really into
I
it.
start meditating. I start with Dr. Joe Dispenza. If you guys don't know him, definitely check him out. His work is incredible. So I tried a few of his meditations. I started with the 20 minutes morning, night, and then I was doing 40 minutes, which is
Woo,
very impressive comes
that
to me. And
is.
now I try, these are guided meditation. I love them and I think it's so helpful. But now I'm doing 20 minutes in silence, which is harder, but I love it. And the silence can be anything, like you said, and that it can be like when I am working, when I am painting, I need to be in silence. I will have my phones, my earplugs on, but it's more for to
Block
to
the outside
diffuse the
noises.
sounds from the outside because I'm
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
studio, but I'm not listening to anything. It's like at least like when I have to have at least of 2 hours in completely silence in my head, in my mind, that it helps me so much of sorted off like my thoughts. And it sometimes are harder, because your mind is just spinning, or maybe you're facing like a certain problem, or something is happening that you just cannot silence in your mind. And those days, like meditation, it might seem almost like impossible for you to do it,
Hmm.
and that's probably like the best thing that you can do.
That's when you need it the most. Because again, now you're talking and I was thinking, because it seems if you tell people like, oh, you need to be in silence, people are gonna be like, that's so easy, just being silence. But that's one of the hardest things. Even
Yeah.
after yoga, right? When you do the shavasana, that's one of the hardest poses. Like doing nothing is one of the hardest things because we're always on. We're always spinning and working and thinking and creating. So,
Dopamine addiction. We always
yeah,
want to have those dopamine drops all day
yeah,
long, every like, every post, everything. We are bombarded by information all day, every day, all day, every day.
yeah, yeah. So the
So
simplest
even
thing,
the
simplest thing as just being silence, even for 5 minutes if you can. Just,
what you want to do, what I found like interesting, you want to, when you are meditating, or if you want to just be in silence, the good thing
uh-huh.
that you can do, it's shutting off your senses. So shutting off your senses means you put, like, you cover your eyes so you don't have the
Yeah.
visual, you
Okay.
don't have any smell around. Don't be brewing coffee and trying to
No,
meditate,
please.
or don't be surrounded by a cake baking, because you want to shut off the smell, you want to shut off the sound, you want to shut off your vision. That way it's going to become so much easier for you to be in completely silence and just with your thoughts. And remember, you are not your thoughts. So when it comes to hard days, you're not your thoughts. So you're just aware of your thoughts, that brain that
Yeah.
keeps like showing up like, hey, 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 you need to do this. Da, 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 da.
Here. As they say, right? It's like 90%. No, 10% is what happened, and 90% is what you thought about it or what you
Yeah,
think about it, right? Because
yeah.
it's like
So
nothing
know
happened,
that
but we are woo.
so know that you are not your thoughts, and that's enough for you. It's like, okay, you just allow the thought to come in and let them go the same way without pressure. So just be nice. And again, this is something that I can say and I can talk about it, but if you don't try to experience, like, nothing will make sense to you unless you actually try this thing out, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Let's set up a day next year and let's be silent together.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. So
Oh my God.
being
Yeah.
silence, we will connect perfectly with the number 7, which is also my favorite. I think I just
Oh my
can't
gosh,
talk
that
about
one,
this
it
all day,
deserves a t-shirt. Number 7 deserves a t-shirt.
right? Let's do it.
Meu Deus. I'm
What
dropping
happened?
everything.
Crazy.
Okay, energy. The phone dropped. Oh my God.
We're
Deal.
back. Number 7. It is be your own best
Best
friend.
friend.
We need to do a t-shirt, Anna. Be your own best friend.
Yep. Yep.
I'm gonna tie this in with a quote that I even have it in my fridge that says, whenever you go, there you are.
That is, yeah.
I
That's
don't know
gold.
exactly
That's
where this
gold.
is from, but I can find that out. But it's a quote, a very popular quote, and I literally have that in my fridge because seriously, guys, whenever you go, there you are.
There you are. Yeah. And we, as immigrants, we can say that like with a lot of property, because we know sometimes you're not happy where you are, you know, you're like, oh, I'm not happy here. This is not working. But sometimes it's you're the one that it's not working for yourself because you're not listening to your body. You're not taking free time. You're not being joyful about life. So knowing, having consciousness of, okay, whenever I go, whatever I go, there I am. Like, I'll be there. It doesn't matter if I'm in Brazil, if I'm in Los Angeles, if I'm in Europe, I'll be there, me. So what kind of person am I? Am I the kind of person that is always complaining about life, complaining about traffic, complaining about a parking space? Or am I the kind of person that is joyful about breathing, being alive and having another chance to make it right? So who am I, right? What am I? How am I looking at the world, and how am I reacting to the world?
I
Yeah.
love that. I love
Yeah.
that.
You
And it's
better love
almost
that.
like, think it like, like you can see like some people, they're not happy with their work and they will
Yeah.
complain about their work, and they think that as the minute that will change the job, their life are going to improve, and then they will change the job and they're still unhappy because this happened. The people who change partners, people
Yeah.
who change cities, and they think that the minute that we're going to make the change, their life are going to improve. But
It's gonna be magic.
guess what, the change that you want to see in the world, it starts within you. This is so true. This is so true. And that's why you want to be your own best friend. You want, and then the way that I see how I became my best friend, it was through the way that I speak to myself, my inner narrative. It is so important. So you can start paying attention today, your inner dialogue that you have with yourself. Is your inner dialogue empower, or it disempower you? Are you always criticizing yourself? You're always saying like, oh, I'm so dumb, I am not good with that, I don't like that, I have bad luck, this always happened to me, so
I'm always tired,
I'm always tired.
dying.
Like Anna, one time, because I used to have chronic procrastination, it was a real big thing to me. And Anna say like, you have to stop saying that you are procrastinating, because that's just gonna become part of your identity. And it's true.
You're not gonna know how to do life without that, you know? It's gonna be like a clothing that you have to wear. And no, it doesn't, you know? You don't have to wear that.
Yeah, so you have to pay attention to the inner dialogue, the way that you speak to yourself, the way that you think your thoughts, the way that you see the word, the way that you have, if you're having a conversation with somebody, pay attention to the things that come out of your of your mouth, because this is how you see the word. This is your perspective. And if you're not happy with it, if it is all negative and things that don't makes your heart like happy, you need to change your inner dialogue. You need to change your narrative. You need to start being nicer to yourself and forgive yourself.
Storytelling about yourself.
Forgive yourself because you didn't know any better, for whatever that might be. So just pay attention to the way that you speak with everybody in your day, the way that you speak with yourself, most importantly, especially during times of stress. Like, pay attention to the way that you speak to yourself, and that should be enough. And then you make notes, and then you can rewrite that. It will make your life so much easier, so much more brighter, and then it's going to affect everybody around you.
And it does. It's a domino effect, right? Because if you're happier, everybody around you will be happier, you know, because they're going to mirror you. But if you're miserable, chances are people around you will be miserable too, you know, because that's your vibe. That's what you believe you're living, you know, that's your universe. And the more and more you talk to people and you exchange life with people, you see that, you know, how 2 or 3 people can be having the same experience, can be at the same place, and they all are going to have different feedbacks about the event, about the evening, about the dinner, the lunch. It's amazing. It still amazes me to see how people in the same room have different experiences doing the same thing. It's like,
it's totally, because what you internalize, it will externalize in your life, right? So you want to have a brighter way that you speak to yourself, that you see yourself, that you see the world. Yes, we do have a lot of bad and hard things that happen to us, but that doesn't not define us, right? This is just a period of time. So you just need to be open, to be really, really nice and gentle with yourself at any moment of your life, right?
With this beautiful life we have, this little crystal is just precious.
Yeah. So it is like, it's up to you, literally, to cultivate that strength and then the depth and the connection that you have with yourself. It's your job. Nobody else can do it for you. So mark that. And oh my gosh, Anna, that is exactly.
We're right on the dot. Yeah, I just looked. I was like,
1 hour
here.
Cheers to that.
Oh my God. Awesome. That was awesome.
I love it. It was so good, Anna.
Thank you so much. The topic was so nice. Like, we needed this to close out the year.
Yes.
And start planning the new one ahead. which I think will be one of the best years yet.
I have a feeling. I had the same feeling.
2022 is gonna rock the world in a very good way.
Yes.
In a very good way.
I agree. I agree. Ana, I know it's almost Christmas in Brazil. And
I know it is. Yeah, I
going
gotta
to celebrate
go to
it.
dinner.
Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas. I'm so
Thank
happy that you're with
you.
your family. Enjoy. Happy holidays to all of you guys. I hope you enjoy it. If you missed this live, you're just showing up right now. It is going to be safe. Again, this is Friday Flow with Ana Silvani.
Woo, 22.
Thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoy it, and Merry Christmas. Stay safe, and so much love to all of you, and I'll see you guys soon.
I'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.